Hey, you degenerate shits. Great intro. great great intro. I'm glad that's what my brain decided to start with. Anyway, yeah, I love it. That's how I decided to change my little intro. Instead, just call the people watching shits. Hooray. Anyway, whatever. Point being, it's Valentine's Day. Oh boy, bats eyelashes very beautifully. I don't fucking know. Like, the thing about not showing myself on camera is I can't like do like facial comedy where I say that and then I start like blinking rapidly to like show that I'm batting my eyelashes or some shit. I don't know what I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm basically like reading out like a fucking like script to a show, where like they read it and they're like, Tom walks into the room. Tom then makes a angry face. Like I'm just basically like announcing what I'm doing because I'm insane. But it's Valentine's Day. Yippee! Isn't that wondrousful? It's so beautifully. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna stop doing whatever the fuck I'm doing right now. So, yeah, Valentine's Day. The day of love. But, funny enough, the original idea of Valentine's Day was to celebrate the saint, Saint Valentine's, or whatever the fuck is, I think that was his name, Saint Valentine's. It was a day to celebrate Mr. Saint Valentine. And now he's fucking dead, so we don't celebrate it anymore. Actually, I don't even know if he was real. Because half the time, whenever they talk about how days were made after saints, like, I never know if those characters are real, if they're just like fucking like Greek mythology or Bible shit, and I don't know anything about it. So I don't know the history of Valentine's Day. I just know the basic, which is that it was originally like to celebrate Saint Valentine, which is kind of how like most holidays were. Like Halloween was like a ritual, like a pagan ritual holiday, and then it just became a thing for kids to get candy. And Christmas was like supposed to be like celebrating the either death or rising of Jesus. I still don't fucking know, but instead we just give each other presents and fucking freeze our asses off. Easter was supposed to be about either I think Easter is Jesus rising, and I think Christmas is either when Jesus was born or when Jesus died. I don't remember. And I don't care. I got baptized against my will, okay? They forced me to be baptized. I said no. I didn't want to be baptized, but my family made me. So I know a lot of religious shit and I don't want to. Anyway, off topic. It's Valentine's Day, which, like I said, was a celebration of Saint Valentine or Valentine's, or I don't know. I think it was just Valentine, which was eventually turned into the lovely day of pink and red, hearts aflutter. A cherub flies above in its diaper with its bow and arrow ready and has an arrow knocked. It points it at a lucky young lad and it shoots him in the butt and his heart swells and he sees a pretty gal and he thinks, well, golly goodness, gosh, I sure want to get her attention. And then he tries, and then the girl maces him and calls the cops, and he goes to jail. And then the cherub is eventually like shot down and then taken to Area 51 so it can be studied. I don't know where I'm going with this. The point being, it's Valentine's Day. Now, let's be honest. If you take your time to watch a video about Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day instead of celebrating Valentine's Day, you're probably single. You're either single or in a relationship that is so long distance, like from like, I don't know, like Canada to like Germany or something, that like you just genuinely can't find a way to spend it together. So you're just like, okay, I'm gonna watch this fucking psychopath's video on Valentine's Day. But Valentine's Day is a happy day, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I don't know. I kind of thought like, okay, so how the fuck would I talk about Valentine's Day? Am I just supposed to explain the history? Well, I kind of did, but I half-assed it because I don't know the full extent. But anyway, I thought maybe I would just talk about, Valentine's Days of my past because everybody knows when I tell stories about myself, it always has a happy ending. Sunshine and rainbows, except the sunshine is blinding me and the rainbows are actually have like some weight and it like crushes my fucking ribs and I cry. So anyway, I feel like a lot of schools, or at least they did, I don't know if schools still do this, but when I was younger, my school, like pretty much all the schools I knew at the time, they would do like a thing where you would hang like a basket or something off like the side of your desk or something. And the point of it was that it was supposed to be like your whole like, ooh, you get a Valentine's Day letter, right? Or you get some candy from someone, right? You get some chocolates, you get a flower, you get a card, right? And I don't know if schools still do this, right? Like I think I remember reading something that some schools don't do it anymore, but they used to do it in my school, and uh, you I think most people knowing how depressing and negative I am can probably expect how this story is going to turn out. They can expect what I'm going to say. They can fill in the blanks of the story when I say that I put a basket and expected someone to like me. Like I think most people can figure out like, huh, if I know this guy and his depressing ass stories, I think I know where this is going. But anyway, it goes exactly how you expect. There's no M. Night Shyamalan twist. There's nothing special. Every single year that we did the whole basket on the fucking side thing, I never got anything. Not candy, not flour, not a card, nothing. And and obviously I wasn't like the only one. There were other kids in my class that didn't get shit. But to not get something every single year in a different grade, and meanwhile those people who didn't get one year would get one another year, and then someone who got one the other year would not get one that year. But mine was just a consecutive nothing. And like, and obviously towards the end of the day, the teacher would just like hand out candy to everyone. Like the teacher just hand out candy to everyone because I think it's like it's supposed to like sweeten the blow of realizing no one likes you. So the teacher gives everyone candy. They want everyone to have candy so that they can all feel special, have that warm feeling in their stomach. Definitely didn't placate for me. And there was one year where a teacher did hand out candy and she missed 3 students. And I was one of those 3 students, which sucked because I already didn't get anything. And so the teacher fucking forgot about me too. And I think that was like second grade, I want to say. It was second or third grade. I don't remember. But the teacher literally fucking forgot me. And I already didn't get anything. And the ones who she fucking missed already had stuff, so they weren't missing out on much. And it's like, God damn it, teacher, I'm already miserable. Just let me have some fucking sweet tarts so I can fucking, chew on it and cry. But when you're in those like younger classes, you do that little thing and it's all cute. It's supposed to be like, ooh, who in our school likes me? Teehee. I sure hope Megan likes me. Oh, teehee, she's looking right at me. Ooh, all that kind of shit, right? I sound fucking insane, but granted, that never happened. And by the time we hit a grade where you stop doing that, never got anything. And then eventually, once you hit like high school, Valentine's Day, you don't do shit. Like obviously, people still gave like cards to one another, like and all that, and chocolates and all that kind of shit. But that was more because like now we were like teenagers and shit. It was more of their own volition rather than the school making them or any of that kind of shit. And I like I've never had a good Valentine's Day. I'm gonna be honest. Every Valentine's Day for me has been lonely and miserable. And I think a lot of people can, I would think that a lot of people could probably, sympathize with that because there's probably a lot of people that also have spent all their Valentine's Day alone. And, as I grew up as a teenager, there was just no good Valentine's Day. I spent them all alone. I just went to my room, played games, realized I had no friends, realized I didn't have a girlfriend, and I just kind of cried. But then there was almost a Valentine's Day. I almost had one. And I've already told the story about how I had a girlfriend at one point. I did have one girlfriend, but she didn't really. It felt like she didn't really care about me, and I've already talked about this before. I've talked about, the ex girlfriend that I had, who she didn't really like. What's weird is she wanted to date me, but then it's like once we started dating, she suddenly was just like not very caring and didn't really seem to care that we were even dating. And so it was getting close to the point where it was almost Valentine's Day, and I was thinking like, oh my god, I can spend my Valentine's Day with her. This will be my first Valentine's Day where I'm not alone, right? Like I was thinking about it, and I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be cool. I finally get to spend time with someone on Valentine's Day. It's gonna be cool. And then that didn't happen because she literally broke up with me before Valentine's Day. Like about like sometimes at the beginning of February, I think, which is not even like there's not a very long distance between my birthday and Valentine's Day. So like basically it's like a day you're supposed to be like happy about yourself being born, and then a day we're supposed to celebrate love. And I'm in like I just finished one, and then I just had heartbreak, and then Valentine's Day became 10 times worse because it was like I had to realize, like, oh my God, I almost had a Valentine's Day where I wasn't alone and I just literally cried all day. Look, I'm an emotional bitch. So when I got broken up with, I fucking just completely stopped. I just completely broke down, cried, stopped moving, all that kind of shit. Basic relationship shit because I was the one that actually cared in it and she did not. However, it's whatever. Like I didn't get to spend that Valentine's Day with someone, so I just kind of realized like, hey, I guess every Valentine's Day I'm just gonna be alone, and I just gotta watch other people be happy on Valentine's Day, which I don't have a problem with. I like seeing people happy. I like that people have happy lives and happy things and days that are meant to be like happy are happy for those people. I like seeing other people happy. I like seeing positivity from other people because I'm such a negative person that I actually prefer seeing people happy and live happy lives and be a positive person overall because I'm not going to get to experience it. So basically I kind of have to be like basically like a happiness cuck. That's the worst example, but it's true. It's literally like I'm literally a happiness cuck at this point because I physically myself cannot experience happiness or have a happy life. I have to like sit in the corner and watch other people experience it, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah, be happy like that. Oh yeah, love your significant other. Oh yeah, they bought donuts and they're so happy. Oh, that's so nice. You know, obviously it's not that creepy, okay, but like it's one of those things where it's like I like seeing people happy. I like seeing people actually succeed in life because it's something I'm never going to do myself. So on Valentine's Day, I love to hear about people's happy little Valentine's Day stories and what they're doing now and all that happy shit because I'm never going to have a Valentine's Day where I'm actually fucking happy. And this Valentine's Day is going to be no different. And I know I just I made a post that made people believe that I truly was going to do something for Valentine's Day. Let's be honest, if you're single on Valentine's Day, it's like an obligation to make the I'm totally not spending it alone joke. Like it is like an obligation. Whenever it's Valentine's Day or close to it and you are single, it is like almost like an obligation that to someone, whoever it is, whether it be a family member, a friend, or people on the internet, it's almost like an obligation to make the old I definitely have someone I'm spending time with on Valentine's Day joke. Like it's just like a weird obligation. Like you just have to do it. You have to make the joke of like, oh, I'm totally spending time with someone. I'm not gonna be lonely. It's just like a weird. It's obviously not an obligation, but it's just a joke that's very common. Like almost every person fucking makes it on Valentine's Day, where it's just like, oh yeah, I totally have something going on. I don't. It's kind of just like a joke that constantly goes on forever. But Valentine's Day is such a happy day or fucking whatever. I don't know. And there's people who see the positive in it by being like, oh, you're going to get chocolates on sale and shit. And it's like, for me, that's not much of a positive because I don't really like chocolate that much, especially American chocolate because American chocolate tastes like vomit. So, like, yeah. This is kind of one of those whatever things. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I've never spent a Valentine's Day with someone. I've been alone on every one of them. And, when you're younger, you kind of think of it and you're just like, oh, God, no one's going to love me. And then you get older and you're just like, oh, no one's going to love me. Shit. And then you just kind of mope for like maybe an hour. And then you just go back to doing what you're doing. Like, I don't know. It's sad. It's fun. It's whatever. Whatever the hell you do on Valentine's Day, you fucking do. And most people are literally fucking. But Valentine's Day is supposed to be romantic. So if you have someone, then get romantic. If you don't, I don't know, get romantic with yourself. Why not? Like, what are you doing? You have nothing else to do. Might as well fucking do yourself. Great advice. Terrible advice. My point being, Valentine's Day to me is just another day. And even if I was actually in a relationship, it would kind of still be just another day. Because I think it's kind of weird that you have to wait for a designated day to be romantic. I kind of feel like you should just, be romantic every once in a while. Like, no one's saying you have to, like, rent a limo, roll out the red carpet for your significant other, but, like, it wouldn't hurt to, like, I don't know, get them flowers every once in a while. It's not like you don't have to give them, like, one every week or something. Like, you can pick them up chocolates. You can tell them you love them. You guys don't have to be in a relationship and then say to each other, like, okay, we will not communicate with each other until our anniversary or until Valentine's Day, and then you just fuck off from one another. Like, I think the fact that there has to be a designated day for love is kind of weird, because I feel like love should be like a, from the start of your relationship to whenever the fuck it ends, whether it be from an, unfortunate circumstance or death, which is kind of an unfortunate circumstance, but you know what I mean, till death do you part type shit, okay? But I don't know. Like, I don't know. To me, Valentine's Day is just another one of those like pointless holidays, and it's not much of a holiday because, well, you don't get the day off of work for it, so it's not much of a holiday. But to me, it's just like a weird day. It's a day where people try to like pretend like it's like, oh, this is the only time we get to be like super romantic, but it's like you can be romantic at any fucking time as long as you're not like hyper busy with shit. But you can be romantic at any fucking time. You shouldn't have to wait for a day. Like, if I'm dating someone and like I would, want to do something romantic with them whenever we, could, but not like, obviously not like every fucking day. Like, I wouldn't just wait till like that day for it. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm single. Because I don't understand that you cannot talk to your significant other and you must wait till February. You cannot look at them until February. I don't know. I don't know. Valentine's Day is a weird day. Day of love. And for some reason, the mascot of Valentine's Day is a baby in a diaper that shoots arrows that makes you fall in love, also called a cherub, which is a fucking stupid ass name. I don't know. Valentine's Day is just whatever. I don't have any good experiences with it. If anything, I have no experiences with it. But other people do. And I'd always be happy to hear other people's experiences with it because, I'm a happiness vampire. I like to suckle the fucking happiness out of other people and be like, yes, let me see your happiness because I can't have it myself. I don't know. So yeah, Valentine's Day. Yippee. I don't really know what else I can say. Whatever.